Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I am happy you are here today. Find a quiet place, take a slow breath, and let us begin a real and inspiring story. Today, we will talk about a boy who loved a ball, a boy who loved a game, a boy who was not always the biggest, not always the strongest, and not always the first choice. But this boy had something very special inside him. He had a fire that did not go away. His name was Michael Jordan. Today, many people call him the greatest basketball player of all time. But Michael did not begin his life as a legend. He began as a normal child, in a normal family, with dreams, problems, and many lessons to learn. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. But when he was still very small, his family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina. This became the place of his childhood. It was the place where he ran outside, played games, learned discipline, and started to dream. Michael's family was important to him. His father's name was James. His mother's name was Dolores. They worked hard. They wanted their children to work hard too. In the Jordan home, effort mattered, respect mattered, and excuses were not welcome. Michael had brothers and sisters. Like many children, he wanted to win. He did not like losing. He played games with his brothers. He tried to beat them. Sometimes he won, sometimes he lost, but every loss made him want to try again. When Michael was young, baseball was one of his favorite sports. He liked basketball too, but at first, basketball was not a sure road for him. He was not born famous. He was not born with a golden crown on his head. He was just a boy with energy, hope, and a strong wish to be better. As Michael grew older, he went to Emsley-Alaney High School. He wanted to play basketball for the school team. He wanted people to see him. He wanted to prove himself. But then came one of the most famous moments in his early life. When Michael was a young student, he tried to make the varsity basketball team. The varsity team was the main team, the team for older and stronger players. Michael hoped his name would be there, but his name was not there. He was placed on the junior varsity team instead. For many young people, this could feel like the end of a dream. It could feel like a closed door. Michael felt hurt. He felt embarrassed. He went home and cried. But after the tears, something changed inside him. Michael did not say, "I am finished." He did not say, "I am not good enough." He said something different with his actions. He said, "I will work harder. I will come back stronger. I will make them see me." So Michael trained. He practiced before school. He practiced after school. He practiced when he was tired. He practiced when no one was watching. He worked on shooting, passing, jumping, running, and defense. Every day, he tried to become a little better. This is one of the first great lessons from Michael Jordan's life. A closed door is not always the end. Sometimes it is a teacher. Sometimes it says, grow more, learn more, prepare more, and come back. Michael did come back. He grew taller. He became stronger. He became faster. He became one of the best players at his school. People began to notice him. Coaches began to notice him. His dream was alive again. After high school, Michael went to the University of North Carolina. This was a very important step. He was still young. He was still learning. But he was now playing with very talented players. Every practice was serious. Every game was a test. At North Carolina, Michael played for a famous coach named Dean Smith. Coach Smith believed in team basketball. He taught players to pass, to defend, to think, and to trust each other. Michael was full of talent, but he still had to learn how to be part of something bigger than himself. In 1982, North Carolina played in the national championship game. It was a huge moment. The lights were bright. The crowd was loud. The pressure was heavy. Michael was only a freshman, but the ball came to him near the end of the game. Michael took the shot. The ball went up. For a moment, time felt slow. Then the ball went in. North Carolina won the championship. Michael later said that this shot helped him believe in himself in a new way. It was like the world saw him for the first time. But Michael's story was not only about one big shot. It was about many quiet days before that shot. It was about practice, listening, learning, and being ready when the moment came. The world saw the shot, but the work came first. Michael became better and better in college. He was fast. He could jump high. He could score. He could defend. He could move in the air in a beautiful way. People watched him and felt surprised. It looked like he could fly. In 1984, Michael entered the NBA draft. The NBA is the top basketball league in the United States. The Chicago Bulls chose him with the third pick. This was the beginning of a new chapter. A young man from North Carolina was going to Chicago, and basketball would never be the same. Chicago was a big city. The NBA was full of strong players. Michael was not playing against boys now. He was playing against grown men. They were tall, powerful, and experienced. But Michael was not afraid. He wanted the challenge. In his first season with the Chicago Bulls, Michael played with amazing energy. He scored many points. He attacked the basket. He defended hard. Fans loved him quickly. He was exciting. He was brave. And he played with joy. People began to talk about him. They said, "This young player is different. He moves differently. He jumps differently. He competes differently." The number on his shirt was 23, and soon that number became famous around the world. But success did not come all at once. Michael was great, but the Bulls were not champions yet. Other teams were stronger. Other teams were deeper. The road was hard, and one team made the road very painful for him. That team was the Detroit Pistons. They were strong, physical, and very difficult to beat. Again and again, Michael and the Bulls tried to pass them. Again and again, they lost. Michael scored many points, but it was not enough. This was another important lesson. Talent alone was not enough. Michael needed a stronger body, a stronger team, and a stronger mind. He needed to trust his teammates more. He needed to grow as a leader. So Michael worked again. He trained his body. He became stronger. His teammates improved too. Scottie Pippen became a great partner for him. The Bulls learned how to play together. They learned how to stay calm. They learned how to fight as one team. In 1991, the Chicago Bulls reached the NBA Finals. They played against the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers had Magic Johnson, one of the greatest players ever. It was a big test, but this time, Michael was ready. The Bulls won the championship. Michael held the trophy. He cried with joy. After many years of work, after many losses, after many questions, he was finally an NBA champion. But Michael did not stop there. The Bulls won again in 1992. Then they won again in 1993. 3 championships in a row. It was a special time. Michael was not just a star now. He was becoming a global icon. Children around the world wanted to be like Mike. They wore his shoes. They copied his moves. They stuck out their tongues when they played. They dreamed of flying through the air like him. Basketball became bigger, and Michael became the face of the game. But life is not only victory. Even great heroes face pain. In 1993, Michael's father died. This was a very sad moment in Michael's life. His father had been close to him. His father had supported him. His father had been there through many steps of the journey. After this loss, Michael stepped away from basketball. Many people were shocked. He was at the top of the world, but he needed time. He needed space. He also wanted to follow a dream connected to his father. He wanted to play baseball. So Michael went to baseball. He played in the minor leagues. It was not easy. Baseball was different from basketball. The skills were different. The rhythm was different. Many people criticized him. They said he should not be there. They said he could not do it. But Michael kept working. Even when he was not great at baseball, he showed courage. It is not easy to be a beginner again. It is not easy to look normal after being the best in the world. But Michael accepted the challenge. This part of his life teaches us something quiet and deep. Sometimes strong people need to step away. Sometimes a new road helps the heart heal. And sometimes trying something difficult is brave, even if you do not become the best at it. In 1995, Michael returned to basketball. He sent a simple message. It said, "I'm back." Just 2 words, but the whole sports world felt them. At first, he was not the same immediately. He had been away from basketball. His timing was not perfect. The Bulls lost in the playoffs that year. Some people wondered, can Michael still be Michael? Michael heard the questions, and once again, he answered with work. He trained hard. He prepared his body. He prepared his mind. He came back the next season with a new hunger. In 1996, the Chicago Bulls were amazing. Michael led the team again. Scottie Pippen helped lead the team. Dennis Rodman brought energy and defense. Coach Phil Jackson guided them calmly. Together, they became one of the greatest teams in NBA history. The Bulls won the championship in 1996. For Michael, this title was very emotional. He won it on Father's Day, and he thought about his father. He cried on the floor after the game. It was a moment of victory, but also a moment of love and memory. The Bulls won again in 1997. Then came 1998. The team was older. The pressure was high. Many people felt this might be the last season for this great group, but Michael still had one more special moment to give. In the final game of the 1998 NBA Finals, the Bulls played against the Utah Jazz. The game was close. The clock was moving down. Michael stole the ball. Then he came down the court. He stopped. He rose for a jump shot. The ball flew through the air. It went in. The Bulls took the lead. Soon after that, the game ended. Chicago was champion again. 6 championships for Michael Jordan, 6 finals, 6 victories. It was a perfect ending to an incredible chapter. Michael later played again with the Washington Wizards. He was older then. He could not be the same young flyer forever, but people still came to see him. They wanted to see the legend. They wanted to feel the magic one more time. When Michael finally finished his playing career, his influence did not finish. He became a businessman. He became an owner. He gave money to important causes. He helped build medical clinics in North Carolina. His name continued to mean more than basketball. But why does Michael Jordan's story inspire so many people? Is it only because he scored many points? Is it only because he won 6 championships? No, it is more than that. Michael's story inspires people because he failed first. He was disappointed. He was questioned. He lost big games. He made mistakes. He had pain in his life. But he kept moving forward. He showed that greatness is not one lucky day. Greatness is a habit. It is practice when no one watches. It is learning after losing. It is listening to coaches. It is trusting teammates. It is standing up again after life knocks you down. Michael also showed the power of belief. He believed that he could improve. He believed that work could change his future. He believed that pressure was not only something to fear, pressure could also be a place to grow. For English learners, his story has a simple message. You do not need to be perfect today. You do not need to know every word today. You do not need to speak without mistakes today. You only need to continue, one lesson, one sentence, one small step at a time. Michael did not become great in one day. He became great day by day, shot by shot, practice by practice, game by game, and you can learn in the same way, word by word, story by story, day by day. So, when you feel tired, remember the young Michael in high school. He did not see his name on the main team list. He felt hurt, but he did not stop. When you feel afraid, remember the freshman Michael taking the big shot in college. He was young, but he was ready. When you lose, remember Michael against the Pistons. He lost again and again, but he learned, and he came back stronger. When you need a new beginning, remember Michael playing baseball. He became a beginner again, and he was brave enough to try. And when you have a dream, remember number 23, flying through the air. Not because life was easy, but because he worked for it, again and again. Michael Jordan's story is not just a sports story. It is a human story. It is about effort, courage, patience, family, loss, return, and belief. He showed the world that a person can rise, fall, learn, and rise again. He showed that failure can become fuel. He showed that discipline can turn talent into greatness. And maybe that is why people still talk about him today. Not only because he won, but because he showed us how to keep trying. Thank you for listening, my friends. I hope this story gave you calm energy and a little inspiration today. You are doing a wonderful job learning English. Every minute you listen, every new word you understand, every story you finish is a step forward. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more easy English stories. Tell me what inspiring person you want to hear about next. Keep going, keep learning, and remember, small steps can take you very far.